Have you ever wondered why you always felt different as a child? Do you feel that your childhood was marked by experiences that others did not understand? If these questions resonate with you, you might be one of the chosen ones. Today we are going to explore the signs that, from your childhood, already indicated that you had been selected for a special purpose in this world. From the beginning, the chosen ones experience a unique path. Often, this begins in childhood, with experiences that seem out of the ordinary, but reveal a deeper connection to the divine and to the universe. Maybe you've always felt different, or maybe you were a kid who saw the world very differently from everyone else. These signs are not coincidences, but manifestations of your spiritual mission. In this video, we'll show you 12 signs that may have been present in your life since childhood that reveal that you were chosen from the beginning. Pay attention, because you may recognize a lot of your own history here. Started. Sign 1, you always felt different. From a very early age, you probably noticed something unique about you, something that made you see the world in a different way than other children. Feeling different is not just a passing stage, but a key characteristic of the chosen ones. While your peers played and socialized without worrying too much about what was happening around them, you observed the world with a depth that few shared. This feeling of being different could manifest itself in many ways, such as in your thoughts, your interests, or simply in the way you perceived reality. Maybe you felt disconnected from the common interests of other kids. While they focused on typical childhood games or activities, you may have felt an inclination toward deeper or more complex topics. Sometimes, this difference also manifested itself in how he perceived injustice, compassion, or the suffering of others. Even as a child, it seemed like your mind and heart were operating on a different level. This feeling of not fitting in didn't necessarily imply constant suffering, although at times it may have made you feel lonely. Instead, I allowed you to develop a rich inner life. Perhaps you took refuge in your thoughts or in solitary activities such as reading, drawing, or simply observing the world around you. While other children might feel comfortable being part of the group, you found a strange comfort in your solitude, in introspection. This disconnect was not a sign that something was wrong with you, but rather a reflection that you were special and unique. Feeling like you didn't fit in with others, even if it's difficult at times, is a clear sign that your soul had a bigger purpose. From a young age, you were already aligned with higher energies that prepared you for a deep spiritual path. This feeling of being different was an indication that you were destined for a mission that went beyond worldly concerns. It's possible that, even without fully understanding it at the time, you were already in a process of awakening. Chosen ones like you are often disconnected from the conventional norms of society because their mission goes beyond what is immediately visible or understandable. This emotional or mental isolation was a preparation for the spiritual work you would do later in your life. You were not like the others because you were not made to follow the same paths. Instead, you were being guided into a deeper truth, one that would help you fulfill your divine purpose. Sign 2, high emotional sensitivity. From a very young age, you probably started noticing something particular about yourself. You felt the emotions of others as if they were your own. It was almost as if you could absorb the emotional energy of those around you. If someone was sad or distressed, you also felt it in the depths of your being, even if you didn't fully understand the reason. This emotional hypersensitivity is a common trait among the chosen ones, who, from their childhood, are already connected to the subtlest vibrations of the world. While other children might be more indifferent or unconcerned, you were deeply affected by what was going on around you. Situations that others considered trivial, such as an argument between friends or the sadness of a classmate, touched you intensely. It was as if you felt the need to heal or ease the pain of others, even when you didn't have the words or means to do so. This deep empathy, though difficult to handle in childhood, was a sign that your soul was connected to higher energies and that you were destined for a spiritual path. Emotional sensitivity also manifested itself in your relationship with the world. Global events, social injustices, or the suffering of people far away were likely to affect you in ways that others didn't understand. Not only did you experience your own emotions with great intensity, but you also became a channel to feel the collective emotions. This ability to perceive the suffering and joys of others was not a mistake or a weakness, but evidence of your special mission as a chosen one. The intensity of your emotions is actually a manifestation of your connection to the universe, which has called you to be a beacon of light and empathy in this world. Throughout your life, this emotional sensitivity has allowed you to develop a deeper connection with the spiritual. It is a skill that, although challenging at times, distinguishes you as one of the chosen ones, a person whose purpose is to raise the vibrations of the planet and be a bridge to spiritual healing for others. Sign 3. Interest in mysticism or spiritual subjects from an early age. From an early age, you felt a curiosity that set you apart from other children. While others were reading stories or playing with ordinary toys, you were fascinated by what was beyond the visible, by those topics that had no easy answers. The cosmos, the afterlife, magic, and other spiritual subjects were much more appealing to you than typical childhood concerns. It was as if something inside you was pushing you to explore the unknown, the invisible, and the mysterious. You could have spent hours staring at the night sky, wondering about the infinite universe and your place in it, or imagining the possibility of other worlds beyond our own. Or perhaps you were intrigued by the idea of life after death, wondering what happens after we leave this earth plane. While other children may have been satisfied with simple explanations, you longed for deeper answers and wanted to understand the hidden meaning behind existence. This premature interest in mysticism and the spiritual was a clear sign that your soul had a special connection to realms beyond the physical. Often, the elect feel this call from a very young age, for their spiritual mission begins to reveal itself even before they can fully comprehend it. Whether it was through books, movies, or conversations, you were looking for answers about spiritual topics that other children simply didn't consider important. The fact that you were drawn to mysticism and the deepest spiritual truths from a young age was no coincidence. This inclination was an early manifestation that you are one of the chosen ones. Your soul was already connected to universal energy, which prompted you to explore the mysteries of existence. While other children might be focused on the material and the immediate, you looked beyond, to the eternal and the sacred. This deep attraction to the spiritual is an indication that your purpose in this life goes far beyond the mundane. As a child, you were already being guided towards a path of spiritual awakening, and that thirst for knowledge was a sign that your soul was aligned with higher energies. It is possible that, without knowing it at the time, you were already looking for your spiritual mission on this plane. Throughout your life, this interest in mysticism and the spiritual has not only set you apart from others, but has prepared you for your role as a guide and healer in this world. The elect, like you, are those who, from an early age, feel a natural connection to the universe and its divine purpose. Sign 4. Loneliness or isolation. From an early age, they are likely to experience loneliness or isolation in a different way than other children. Maybe you were alone at recess, watching others from a distance, but you didn't necessarily feel bad about it. For many children, being alone can be painful, but for you, that solitude was a sacred space, a time of introspection in which you could connect with yourself in a deep and unique way. Instead of feeling lost or left out, solitude was a time of peace and clarity. It allowed you to think, reflect on the world around you, and sometimes on things much deeper than other children could understand. While they were busy with games and trivial activities, you used those moments of solitude to discover who you really were. It was in that isolation that you began to feel your connection to something greater, to a spiritual energy that called to you from within. For the chosen ones, solitude is a powerful tool that allows for self-knowledge and introspection. Through those moments when you may not have many friends or felt set apart, you were able to create an inner space where you could connect with your true essence. This time in solitude allowed you to discover your own thoughts and emotions, without the interference of external expectations or influences. It was in those moments that your soul began to awaken to its highest purpose. The loneliness you experienced was not an accident, but an essential part of your awakening as a chosen one. The chosen ones often go through periods of isolation during childhood because it is in that space that they can begin to connect with their true spiritual selves. Instead of constantly seeking external validation or the company of others, you learn to find strength within yourself, a fundamental characteristic in those who have been called to fulfill a greater purpose. Solitude, though difficult for some, is for the elect a blessing in disguise. It prepared you to face the spiritual challenges that would come later, and it helped you develop a deep connection with yourself and the universe. While others were distracted by the bustle of the world, you found clarity in the silence, discovering spiritual truths that would guide you throughout your life. That solitude allowed you to grow internally and prepare you for the spiritual path you would have to travel as a chosen one. Today, that inner connection you developed in your childhood is still a source of wisdom and strength, helping you navigate the world with a deeper, higher perspective. Sign 5. Intense or vivid dreams. From a very young age, your dreams were not like those of other children. While others dreamed of simple adventures or everyday situations, your dreams were intense, vivid, and sometimes seemed too real to be simply the fruit of the imagination. You dreamed of unknown places, of beings that seemed to be spirit guides or figures of light, and, on some occasions, those dreams seemed to anticipate events that, in time, would become reality. It was as if your dreams were connected to a deeper dimension, revealing secrets and hidden messages that only you could understand. Not only did these intense dreams impact you emotionally, but they also left a lasting mark on your consciousness. Often, you woke up with a sense of wonder or even purpose, wondering what the meaning of those night visions was. Unlike other children who forgot their dreams when they woke up, you remembered them with surprising clarity, as if they were etched in your mind. These dreams, rather than being mere fantasies, seemed to have a deeper meaning, a connection to something much greater. In some cases, your dreams might even be prophetic. Perhaps you dreamed of situations that, days or weeks later, materialized in your daily life. This gift was not commonplace, and even if you didn't fully understand its importance at the time, this ability was an early sign that your soul was in tune with the flow of the universe. The chosen ones, like you, often experience prophetic dreams, as they are connected to a higher energy that allows them to receive visions and messages from the future or from other planes of existence. Intense and vivid dreams are a clear sign of your connection to the spiritual. While you slept, your soul traveled to other planes and received messages from guides or spiritual beings that helped you prepare for your mission as a chosen one. These dreams were a form of direct communication between your being and the universe, a doorway to spiritual knowledge that others could not access so easily. It was at these times that you began to receive hints of your highest purpose, even if you were not yet aware of it. For the elect, dreams are a powerful tool. They allow you to access hidden truths and often offer guidance on your spiritual path. These intense and prophetic dreams were not only a manifestation of your spiritual sensitivity, but also a way in which the universe prepared you for the future. Each dream was a message that, over time, would make more sense and help you understand your role on this plane. As you grew older, it is likely that these dreams continued to accompany you, guiding you towards your spiritual awakening and confirming that, from the beginning, you had been chosen for a greater purpose. Sign 6. Connection with nature. From an early age, he feels a deep connection with nature. Being outdoors, surrounded by trees, animals, and the open sky, provided you with an inner peace that few places could offer. It was as if nature itself spoke to you, as if trees, mountains, and rivers understood your soul better than people. While other children were having fun in urban environments, you felt more alive and in tune when you were in direct contact with the earth. Nature not only offers you tranquility, but it made you feel part of something much bigger. As you watched the simplicity and perfection of a tree, the flight of a bird, or the flow of a river, you could sense a balance and harmony that resonated deep within you. It was a constant reminder that life flows naturally, and that there is a universal rhythm that connects everything alive. In those moments, we could feel that you were part of that whole, as if your soul was intrinsically linked to nature. Animals, in particular, seemed to understand you in a way that humans couldn't. You felt comfortable in his presence, and you often had the impression that he could sense something special in you. This unique connection to animals wasn't just a coincidence. Many chosen ones experience a special closeness with the creatures of the natural world because they are attuned to the energy of the earth. Animals, like the chosen ones, are extremely sensitive to energetic vibrations, and your aura emanated a calmness and understanding that they recognized. This deep connection with nature and animals is a sign of your spiritual awakening as a chosen one. Nature is the pure expression of universal energy, and you, being so connected to it from an early age, already demonstrated a special attunement with the cosmic forces that govern our world. The chosen ones often find in nature a sacred space to reflect and connect with their true selves, and in your case, this relationship with the natural world was a clear indication of your higher purpose. When you were in nature, you felt closer to the divine, to something greater than human concerns. It was a space where you could hear the whisper of the universe and feel the energy of life in its purest form. The chosen ones, like you, are those who perceive this connection to the earth in a deeper way, allowing them to nurture and raise their spiritual vibration. Over time, this connection to nature not only offered you peace, but also wisdom. Through observing the cycles of nature, you learned lessons about life, death, rebirth, and balance, all fundamental parts of your spiritual journey. This affinity with nature was a clear manifestation that your soul had been called for a greater purpose, and that the earth herself was an ally on your path to awakening. Sign 7. Interest in helping others. From a young age, you always felt an innate desire to help others. It was as if there was a powerful impulse inside you that pushed you to be the one who took care of others. Whether at school or at home, you had a natural tendency to protect and assist those around you, even if it meant sacrificing your own well-being. This desire to help was not simply a personality trait, it was a manifestation of your chosen soul, which cares deeply about the well-being of others. You remember specific moments in your childhood when you would find yourself next to a classmate who was sad, offering words of comfort, or just listening. While other children played without worries, you felt more satisfied to be a support for those who needed it. That ability to empathize with others, to feel their pain and joys as if they were your own emotions, is a distinctive characteristic of the chosen ones. Sometimes, this desire to help could be detrimental to your own well-being. Maybe you put aside your own needs to make sure others were okay. This may have led to situations where you felt like you had to carry the burdens of your friends or family, putting their problems above your own. This level of dedication may have been misinterpreted by some as simple kindness, but it was actually a reflection of your deeper connection to the world around you. Your desire to help wasn't just limited to friends and family, but also extended to the community and environment. You could have shown concern for animals, the environment, or even social causes from a young age. This desire to do good becomes a driving force in your life, and you often looked for ways to contribute positively, whether through small acts of kindness or by participating in community activities. This interest in helping others is not only a sign of your innate goodness, but also of your spiritual connection. The chosen ones usually feel a strong responsibility towards the well-being of humanity, as their mission in this life is to raise the collective consciousness. This urge to help is one of the ways you manifest your higher purpose and contribute to the healing and growth of others. Throughout your life, this desire to help will continue to guide your actions and decisions. It's a constant reminder that even though you may feel different or isolated, your connection to others is deep and meaningful. Every act of kindness you perform is a spark of light in the world, a representation of your commitment to be a beacon of love and compassion in a society that can often seem dark. Remember that this inclination to help others is one of the clearest signs that you were chosen from the beginning for a greater purpose, to be an agent of change in the world. Sign 8, Creativity and Overflowing Imagination. From a young age, you stood out for an overflowing imagination that allowed you to see the world in a unique way. Your games were never conventional. Instead of following pre-established scripts, you created entire worlds in your mind, populated by fantastic characters and adventures that only you could visualize. While other children played with common toys, you transformed your environment into a stage of infinite possibilities, reflecting the expansiveness of your soul. You remember how, on the playground or in your bedroom, you were able to construct complex and exciting stories. Every object around you became part of your narrative. A box was transformed into a treasure chest, and a simple blanket was the cape of a hero who took to the skies. This ability to create and play so freely and creatively was not only a means of escape, it was a way to explore your spirituality and your connection to the divine. The creativity you manifested in your childhood was also a reflection of your deep connection with your inner self. Every story you told, every drawing you made, was a way to express yourself and discover who you really were. The chosen ones often find creativity a powerful tool for self-understanding, using their imagination as a bridge to their true selves. Your creations were more than just games, they were manifestations of your essential being, of your desire to explore the unknown and the spiritual. Often, you felt different because the way you imagined and created didn't align with what others considered normal. Your ability to think outside of traditional boundaries often surprised adults. You could see connections where others saw only fragments, and this ability allowed you to dream big. Your ideas and visions were the prelude to what could later become realities, and that speaks to your innate ability as a chosen one. Creativity and imagination are essential components of the spiritual journey. The chosen ones, like you, have an expanded vision that allows them to connect with realities beyond the tangible. This ability to dream and create without restraint is a gift that is often associated with a larger purpose, as the chosen ones are called to inspire others through their originality and unique perspective on the world. As you grow, it's important that you continue to nurture that creativity and allow it to flow into your life. Whether it's through writing, art, music, or any other form of expression, your imagination is a gift that can light the way not only for you, but also for those around you. Your ability to create imaginative worlds is not only a sign that you were chosen, but it is also an invitation to continue exploring the depths of your soul and sharing your light with the world. Sign 9, Deep Questions About Life. From a very young age, you felt an insatiable curiosity about the world around you. You weren't satisfied with superficial answers, you wanted to know why we were here, what the meaning of life was, and these existential questions often baffled the adults around you. While other children worried about games or toys, you would immerse yourself in deep thoughts that seemed to go beyond your age. You remember conversations with your parents, grandparents, or teachers, where you would ask questions that left adults stunned. Questions like, what is there after death, or why does suffering exist, were not only common concerns, but manifestations of a deeper inner search. The frustration I felt at not getting satisfactory answers only reinforced your desire to understand the purpose of life and your place in it. Your concern to know the truth was often seen as a quirk, but in reality, it was a sign of your chosen nature. The chosen ones are often endowed with an innate wisdom that drives them to seek meaning in everything around them. This need to delve into existential questions indicates that your soul was on a path of spiritual growth and exploration from an early age. In your moments of introspection, you could feel that there was something beyond the obvious. You wondered if things were simply what they seemed, and this led you on a journey of self-exploration. The search for answers is not only part of your childhood, it also laid the groundwork for a spiritual path that you would continue to explore as you grew older. The nature of your questions reflects a deeper spiritual connection to the universe. The chosen ones have a call to investigate not only their own lives, but also the nature of the human being and their relationship with the divine. This information is not just curiosities, they are integral parts of your mission in this life. By asking these questions, you were already aligning with your purpose and opening the way for greater spiritual understanding. Instead of seeing your questions as a frustration, see them as a gift. Every profound question you asked was a step towards self-discovery and an indication that your soul was searching for answers on a deeper level. As you go deeper into your spiritual journey, it is essential that you continue to allow these questions to flow. Curiosity and the desire to understand are the engines that will drive you to discover the deepest truths about yourself and the universe around you. In the end, remember that every answer you seek will be an opportunity to expand your consciousness and connect even more with your purpose as a chosen one. Don't underestimate the importance of your questions, they are the common thread of your spiritual journey and a reflection of the light within you. Sign 10, Sense of Justice. From a young age, you stood out for your strong sense of justice, a quality that defined your character and your interactions with the world. We couldn't bear to see others being treated unfairly, and this empathy prompted you to act. While many children simply observed situations of inequality or abuse, you felt a deep need to defend the defenseless and fight for equity. Your heart was moved by the suffering of others, and this sensitivity marked your path as a chosen one. You remember times when you found yourself standing up for a classmate who was being bullied or interceding in situations where you saw injustice. Your courage to speak out, even when others doubted, shows the inner strength you possessed from an early age. For you, rules and social norms were never excuses to ignore the suffering of others. If something seemed unfair to you, you didn't hesitate to point it out, even if it meant putting yourself in the line of fire. This innate sense of justice within you is not just a character trait, it is a manifestation of your soul as chosen. Those chosen often have a deep connection to justice and equity, feeling a responsibility to fight for a better world. This inclination towards defending the rights of others reflects an ancient wisdom that was already present in you from childhood. Injustice, for you, was not just an abstract concept, it was something tangible that could change lives. When you witnessed acts of inequality, your heart was filled with passion and determination to make a difference. This led you to get involved in causes that supported those less fortunate, showing your compassion and your desire to see a positive change in the world. Your sense of justice is also connected to a larger spiritual purpose. The elect are guided by a mission of light and love, and standing up for justice is integral to their journey. By striving for what you consider right, you are aligning yourself with the energy of the universe and contributing to the creation of a more balanced and compassionate world. It's important to remember that this passion for justice is not only an admirable trait, but a sign of your choice. As you continue on your journey, embrace this quality and use it as a motivating force to drive change in your community and beyond. Never underestimate the impact your voice and action can have on the world. Every effort you make for equity is a contribution to the collective awakening. Your sense of justice is a beacon that lights the way to a more just and humane future, both for yourself and others. Sign 11, restlessness or internal energy. From a very young age, there was a nagging feeling inside you, a palpable uneasiness that you couldn't ignore. It was as if an inner energy was driving you, as if you knew something big was coming, even if you couldn't pinpoint exactly what it was. This sense of anticipation may have been unnerving to you and those around you, but deep down, you knew it was part of your path as a chosen one. This restlessness was not simply a sign of nervousness or anxiety, it was a sign that your soul was in tune with a greater purpose. The chosen ones often feel an inner energy that reminds them that they are here for a reason, and this energy can manifest in a variety of ways, in moments of reflection, in vivid dreams, or in a deep connection to the spirit world. From an early age, you might have felt like you were destined for something bigger, something that went beyond conventional expectations. You remember times when you felt restless, even in everyday situations. Maybe there were days when, while other kids were content to play, you longed to explore the world and learn more about yourself and the universe. This restlessness became a driving force that guided you towards new experiences and discoveries. The search for meaning and purpose was an impulse that led you to investigate, learn, and grow. Your internal energy may also have been linked to your spiritual connection. The chosen ones are usually attuned to the vibrations of the universe, allowing them to perceive changes and transitions in energy. This sensitivity may have led you to feel that you were in the midst of a collective change, an awakening that was to come. Your intuition could be telling you that you were part of something much bigger than yourself, and that understanding, though vague, manifested itself as a constant restlessness. It is essential to recognize and accept this concern as part of your essence. Instead of seeing this inner energy as something negative or disturbing, see it as a manifestation of your purpose and your spiritual connection. This restlessness is guiding you toward opportunities that will help you grow and contribute to the world in ways you don't yet fully understand. As you continue your journey, allow yourself to follow that inner energy. Listen to the signals that come to you and follow your instincts. The uneasiness you feel isn't just a call to action, it's a reminder that your soul has an important mission to fulfill. By embracing this energy, you align with your true purpose and prepare yourself for the great transformations that are to come. Your restlessness is a gift, a light that guides you along your path to self-discovery and personal fulfillment. Sign 12, strong intuition. From a young age, you realized that your intuition was exceptionally sharp. There were times when you knew things without knowing how, as if your soul had access to a deeper knowledge that transcended the everyday. This ability to anticipate events, emotions, or situations became one of your distinguishing characteristics, differentiating you from other children who could not always grasp these subtleties. Your intuition was not only a gift, but a powerful tool that guided you throughout your life. The strong intuition you possessed from a young age may have been related to your innate connection to the spirit world. The chosen ones often have an open channel to universal wisdom, allowing them to perceive information that others cannot. You remember situations in which, without being able to explain it, you sensed that something was going to happen, whether it was an emotion from a friend or an event in your environment. This connection was not only a reflection of your sensitivity, it was a manifestation of your purpose as the chosen one. I surprised you how, on many occasions, your hearts turned out to be true. Maybe you had a sense that something was going to change in your life, or you warned yourself about the energy of someone around you, and then over time, that came to fruition. These experiences taught you to trust your instincts and to lend to the signals the universe was sending you. Intuition wasn't just an inner voice, it was a constant guide that kept you aligned with your path. As you grew older, you learn to recognize and honor this intuition. Maybe you've started meditating or practicing techniques that will help you sharpen your sensitivity even more. The chosen ones often find ways to strengthen their spiritual connection, and your intuition is an essential part of this process. The more you listen to that inner voice, the clearer it became and the more confident you felt in following its direction. It's crucial to understand that this intuition isn't just a special trait, it's a fundamental part of your spiritual journey. It helps you navigate challenges and make decisions that align with your true self. By trusting your instincts, you empower yourself to act according to your purpose and to create the impact you are meant to have on the world. Remember that, as a chosen one, your intuition is a beacon that lights your way. As you continue on your journey, continue to honor and cultivate this ability. Allow yourself to feel and listen to that inner voice, as it will lead you to new opportunities and experiences that will resonate with your essence. Your intuition is your most powerful ally in the search for your truth and in the fulfillment of your mission. As you come to the end of this journey through the 12 signs in childhood that reveal you were chosen from the beginning, it's the perfect time to look inward and reflect on your own life. Did any of these signals resonate with you? Have you felt different, experienced high emotional sensitivity, or had a special connection with nature? If you have recognized any of these characteristics, it is likely that you are also one of the chosen ones, with a unique and special purpose in this world. It is critical to understand that these signals are not mere coincidences, they are indicative of a deeper connection to the universe and to your own being. Each of us brings with him a gift, a mission that we are destined to fulfill. Your childhood may have been fertile ground where the seeds of your purpose were sown, and now, as you look back on those moments and emotions, you can begin to understand the magnitude of your journey. We invite you to look back and appreciate the experiences that have shaped you. The lessons you learned, the challenges you overcame, and the connections you made are all part of your unique story. By recognizing these signs, you not only validate your experience, but you also open yourself up to the possibility of fulfilling your spiritual mission. Remember that, as a chosen one, your life has a special meaning. Allow yourself to explore and embrace this purpose, knowing that each of your experiences, from childhood to the present, has prepared you to shine and make a difference in the world. Your journey is valuable and full of opportunities to grow and contribute. Keep going with confidence and clarity on your path. If you want to go deeper into this topic, don't forget to enter the link in the video description. We are waiting for you there to continue exploring together. Before we say goodbye, we want to invite you to share your reflections in the comments. Which of these signals resonated with you the most and why? How do you think your childhood has influenced your spiritual path so far? Your experience can be inspiring to others, so don't hesitate to share it. We can't wait to read you. If you have been inspired by this video, we invite you to subscribe to the channel, like the video and activate the notification bell so that you continue to receive more videos like this one. Thank you for being part of our Essential Vibrations community. Remember to share this message with those people you think can help them. See you in the following video.